Yes. Hi, Holly.
Hi Anna, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm really good.
Good. How have you been getting on during lockdown and things like that?
Well, I'm going to be honest, there's been some high points and there's been some low points. I think I have struggled some days, but some, other days have been really good. Managed to get a lot of work done on my house, so that's been positive. But I've had quite a lot to deal with earlier in the year, and I had quite a few people pass away. So to deal with that in lockdown was quite, it was difficult. Well, it still is difficult at times, just being like very alone. And you just have a lot more time to think, I suppose, even if you are working or volunteering or caring for your children, whatever it is, there's still a lot more time to think, I have felt. So I definitely found it difficult at times, but haven't we all?
Yeah, do you know, I think that's really great that you're actually able to admit that. And I'm not, trying to sound mean in any way, but I've spoken to a lot of people, and I would normally say to people, oh, it's been fine, I've been a bit bored and things like that. But actually, you're right, one has had a lot of time to think. And
like, I've never had so much time for introspection in my life, and it's been a really challenging time anyway. So it's just been so odd to like spend so much time thinking, because normally you're thinking, oh, I've got to go do that, I need to go here, I'm going there today, and there's no travel time, so you're just like, okay, bit of extra thinking. But it's been good to process a lot of that and have time to do that. And although it's painful at times, it's probably better than bottling it all up, I suppose.
I bet there's one person or one animal that's been very glad to have you. So
yes, he has been great. Little Ronnie dog. He's been he's been loving it. I think he's actually been a bit bored of just having me around, to be honest, because he's normally used to having like so many friends, and the odd occasion when he's perhaps in the office, then he's got all his friends at the office, got all his other puppy friends at puppy play group or dog sitting, and I think having me, he's found a little bit boring at times, but we've done great walks together. So it's been nice to have him in the house.
So apart from what you said, you were working on your house, and obviously apart from working, have you done anything else to try and keep you occupied, or anything new?
Well, my friend had a baby, so I had to go at crocheting a baby blanket for her, which she accepted with a smile. So I mean, we've been working on our garden a lot, and we dug up our whole lawn and put the lawn seed down. So we've been watching our grass grow for a lot of lockdown, which has been thrilling. But yeah, I mean, our house is a big project anyway, so we've been doing a lot of like DIY and work on that. So that really has been the majority of it.
So I need to clarify, how long have you actually been at Thomas Frank's for?
I had an anniversary the other day. I think it's 6 years in June. So yeah, it feels like it's flown by, but also that I've been here forever. So
well, loads of people know what your job title is. So just for those who don't, it's HR and training manager. But can you kind of tell me a bit exactly what that entails?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very varied role. But in this training role, it's about designing and organising the training that we're putting together, making sure that it's reflecting what the business needs to grow, making sure it reflects what our clients want and what our employees want as well. And this year was very exciting because got to take on a new team member in training, Christian, which hopefully most people have met by now because he's done a great job at getting around the company. Just trying to really push forward training within the business because it's such a big benefit to people, and it's a way that we can really give back to our employees. So it's quite a positive thing, which I've really enjoyed as part of it. yeah, it's hard to say, but a lot of it is, I guess, designing, organising, coordinating, training, and then kind of recently a lot to do with the furlough, doing a lot of management of that, and obviously helping out on HR issues where needed, I suppose.
So you've touched briefly on the different training kind of aspects that we do at Thomas Franks, and I would say one of my favourite parts, once a month I get to come along to one of the craft training days with you and take some pictures, and we also get to eat some great food.
Yes, that is the best.
Definitely. Could you just kind of tell us a bit about the different ones and why we do them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the craft training is run by Thomas Franks chefs for other Thomas Franks chefs within the business. And I think, yes, you're going and you're learning recipes, but one of the key things that I find is really good is that, sorry, I got a little friend here who wants to say that. One of the key things that people really take away from it is just meeting other people within the business from different locations, talking about food, talking about what they do at their location, and just having that kind of shared experience, really. That's definitely a big benefit. But going forward, we obviously want to keep up the momentum with our craft training days. We generally focus on either theme days or very specific dishes, vegetarian, vegan dishes, that sort of thing. And just try and it's obviously a learning activity, but it's a discussion point as well. So what are other people doing within the business? And it's usually a really positive day. I love it. And as you say, the food element of it is great as well.
And throughout, as you've touched on this again, but throughout this uncertain time, especially with the height of lockdown, yourself and other members of the HR team were sending out weekly emails to every person in the Thomas Franks staff community on different topics, including kindness and different things that improve your mental health and just a whole range of things. And personally for me, they've really helped. It's been like another platform where we've been able to connect with you over email. But I've heard really positive things from them, and I just
good
to take your view on it.
I mean, really, when we were thinking about it, the same as you guys, really, we didn't want to fall out of touch with any of our employees. In the beginning, it was such a scary time. None of us knew what was going on in the world or anything, and it was just a way that, like you say, we could connect with them and just let them know, if they've been furloughed, we're thinking about you. These things might help you, they might not be relevant to you, but you might find them useful and something positive to put out there, rather than just very communication about what was going on with their role or whatever. It was communication that was very positive and like you say, allowed us to connect with them, and we felt it was on important subjects. But if anyone has suggestions on anything that they think we've missed, then we'd love to hear them, as always. But we're always thinking of new things.
I do have to say, like, when I joined, one of the things was there's just this great sense of being part of a family. And everyone really, it sounds very cheesy, but everyone really is in like the same boat, and everyone's here to help. And I really found that when I started, and especially I think that was definitely seen further during lockdown.
Yeah, I hope so. And we can always do better to make people feel more part of the family and include people more. So anything we can do to build on what is already there is a good thing. So yeah, I'm glad you felt that.
So, a fun question for you now. I did ask Blaine this last week, and I just quite like hearing what people would have. But if you could have dinner with any three people in the world, celebrity, author, anyone, who would it be, and what meal would you have?
Well, I know I'm probably going to get lynched for this, but My favourite meal is just like meat and cheese platter, just like loads of meat and cheese with like some olives and stuff. So that would be the food. I think I'd have to have Dolly Parton because I just love her. I think she's a great storyteller and she's just so funny. I'd have to have probably Beyonce because I just, again, she's the greatest performer in the world. And I don't know, I thought long and hard about the third one, but probably just someone like David Attenborough, because he's just really lovely to have there. And just, you know, tell me about a fun animal you saw, David. Like, he'd be there to just tell me fun things, I think.
I think that's, yeah, I definitely have Beyonce, no question. She's just,
Yeah. I feel like I would definitely fade into the background of that dinner party, but that's where the meat and cheese comes in. I can just eat that. That'd be nice.
And finally, what would you say is your favourite Thomas Franks memory?
That's really hard. There's loads of good things, but I would say a recent one was I was really lucky to be able to go to the bid for the new location in Portugal. And you know, after we'd done the presentation, we like went straight to the airport, and Frank and I were like on the bus that takes you from the airport to the airplane, what am I trying to say? And so we were on this bus, and I remember Marina being on the other bus, and he got the call at that point to say we'd won the contract, and we were just like stood crammed in with all these people, unimaginable now, but and he was going, we haven't got it, no. And then he came off the phone, he was like, we got it! And it was just, we were like signaling to Marina through to the other bus, and it was just such a fun time. And yeah, it was just such a, you know, such an immediate feedback. We'd just come from the presentation, we were like trying to get on a flight, and everyone around us thought we were crazy because we were jumping up and down going, yay, we got it! But yeah, that's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good memory.
Well, thank you very much, Holly.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
And yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
Bye, take care, bye.
Bye.